It's becoming more and more apparent that we need to incorporate some sort of exercise into our routines to try and help ourselves, to try and help us to look after our mental health. So here's some tips on looking after your mental health and incorporating exercise into your routine. Sometimes the most simple and basic things are actually the best. There's no point in starting to get really fit and do like a 6-week blast just to lose a lot of weight, and then after it's done or after you come back from the holiday, put all that weight back on. Because studies show that when you do that, you end up putting on more weight than what you were when you first started. Well, it's my belief that if you're trying to lose a bit of weight, then you're trying to like make changes and live a bit healthier, then there's no point in like completely sacrificing your mental health by cutting out all the things you enjoy. If you like a drink on the weekend, right, have that drink on the weekend, but if you like having your chocolate and stuff like that, have the chocolate, but just don't have it in excess. People's problem is that they don't know when to stop, and they don't know when to, and if they have a little bit and they cheat and they come off the wagon a bit, oh well that's it, right, diet's gone, let's just go and get like 10 pizzas and smash two packets of biscuits. Well, no, not really. You've had one cookie or one donut. That's all right. It should be a lifestyle, and you shouldn't beat yourself up for it as well. Like I said, you're only human. It's really hard to make a change when you're like. I think it's really hard to make a change when all you can think about is like everything that's going wrong, and it seems to be compounding and snowballing into one bad situation after another. But if you can just take a small step and just make a small change in the right direction, then that too can become a snowballing effect as well. And that small change can cause a ripple, and then that can lead to another bigger change. But like I said about your diet, there's no point in making like a big change for it to only last 6 weeks and you lose a load of weight, but then you come back after the holiday and then you put it all back on. Make small changes, keep it going, keep it sustainable, and when you're ready, take another big change. My next tip would be about coffee, specifically caffeine. Caffeine helps our body to produce higher amounts of the stress hormone that we also use in the morning to wake us up. So that's why it's so popular to have it in the first thing in the morning, and not so popular to have it at night. Because obviously if you're having coffee late at night, you're going to stay awake. You should do anyway. However, it is a really powerful antioxidant as well, and it helps everything to move along with regards to your digestion. But that's if it's consumed in the right amounts. So in Western society, we tend to like drink too much of coffee and caffeine and not enough of the water. So I've had a PT client in recent years that was having up to 15 cups of coffee a day, and when she started to cut it out, or cut down at least, she was starting with headaches, dizziness and all that sort of stuff, caffeine withdrawal symptoms. However, it's shown to have like effects on the heart, like the irregular heartbeats and stuff like that. It's more common as well if you have coffees in conjunction with energy drinks. The caffeine can help stimulate the mind and can help to promote anxiety or anxious feelings and symptoms and stuff like that. So my next tip would be try to moderate how much coffee you're having. I try to stick to only 3 cups a day at most. Some days I don't even have any coffees whatsoever. And I've started to think maybe it's just a bit of habit that I just go for it and make a coffee at home. Anyway, try to moderate the amount of coffee that you're having and try to make sure that you're having enough water. So for the average woman, you're sort of looking at around 2 litres, and for the average man, you're looking at around 3.